princesses had it so hard, they had to marry a stranger for diplomacy. Medieval peasants playing a song on their smallest violin. You think that's bad? Wait till you get sent to go siege a capital and then you lose an arm. School children being saved by a small wooden desk from Boom Boom Annihilation. The 50s, 60s, 70s, that must have been fun. Kind of hilarious that like nobody questioned that. Now that all the students are at home, there's nothing saving you. The most well-known Austrian, that's right, the most well-known Georgian, and the most well-known Italian. Kind of funny because everyone loves to correct me about the Austrian thing, but most others forget this. I've seen like 2 comments about Stalin being from Georgia. Japan, when the year is 1999. Oh no! It's beautiful! You think when they rolled this out to the entire international community, everyone just lost their minds? In the middle of a fierce debate in the Senate, a letter was handed to Julius Cheeser. His suspicious rival Cato demanded he read the letter out loud, and it was actually a steamy love letter from Cato's sister. Oh no, step bro. That actually doesn't work in this situation. I just wanted to say it. I'm stuck in all these roads that we built in Rome because all leads to Rome. I don't know. My sister, who was the last Roman emperor? Me, what do you define as last Roman emperor? Or, you know, the last emperor of Rome. Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down? Somebody apparently doesn't know about all the sequels and spin-off shows. Let's be real, you can't be a true fan if you haven't read all the mangas. Finland sucks. Change my bam. Instantly. The ultimate Finnish man. Don't talk bad about Finland in front of this guy. He's got like a 500-to-1 KD ratio. We've got the crisis in the Suez, the UK tugging on the Suez with the help of France. Okay, not that crazy. Against the USSR and the USA. What? Wasn't there actually a few instances where these two were actually kind of on the same side? Trying to switch to the metric system. US government in the 70s. Oh no, the door! Americans not wanting it. I actually could see that. It makes sense to me. I still want to believe that Pluto's a planet, honestly. The railroads of the guy she tells you not to worry about. Oh yeah, looks pretty good. Versus your railroads. Oh no, sad hillbilly noises. My birth state, Alabama, looks like they have among some of the least. I don't know how I survived. We will finish what you started, says Benito, probably of Italy. The Romans not even knowing who they are. Oh, that's not just Benito though. We've got a couple others here. Goes in line with what we were saying before, the other mangas. The church in 1212, we should send children to battle as they have a smaller hitbox. No, they have a point. Also a lot easier to transport around. You could stack like 100 8-year-olds in a small canoe that would normally only fit like 6 grown adults. Oh no, Twitter, here we go. New York was founded by the Dutch and used to be called New Amsterdam. Why did they change it? Oh, the redcoats. The British, just look away. Just move on. You what, mate? You want to know how I got these borders? Why is this so perfect? I'm just thinking about all the edgy troll accounts with the Joker profile pictures. They're the perfect personification of Germany. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Living in normal Spain. All right, looks good to me. Not living in Spain, but living in Spin. He's living in Spin. Okay. This person isn't living in Spain. They're living in the Spain without an S. Pain. Finally, living in Spain, but the A is silent, and living in Spain, but the S is silent. Good times, good times. You know what? I'm okay with being married off to some king just for diplomatic reasons. Imperial legions, I'm doubling your pay. Not enough. Caesar's legions, I want to fight, but I can't afford to pay you and I already owe you money. That's okay, take our life savings. A small loan of 1 million doubloons. What was the Roman currency actually? I think doubloons, I'm like 1,000 years off, right? Is it this? I've never even heard of these words before. Hammer was invented in 8000 BC. People the year after. All of a sudden making massive, beautiful things. Actually, that explains the pyramids. Ireland, when they ran out of potatoes. We have the Brits sitting here staring because they don't give a frick. The Queen not allowing anyone to give more than 1,000 pounds. These Native Americans sending $170 in relief aid. And again, inflation. That's an okay amount right there. Ireland should have some sort of building or plaza dedicated to these guys. The US government. Guys, Germany got a new jet aircraft and everyone is looking at us to make our own. Northrop, bro, let's make a plane that rams into other planes and slices them in half. Now, this is the type of US engineering we need more of. Apparently, the pilot was supposed to operate this aircraft from a lying position, and this would allow him to withstand greater G-forces in an upward or downward direction. I can't believe this is a legit thing. It's really hard to even take this seriously. Like, this looks straight out of a movie. The world, if the Ottomans agreed on cheaper pepper. Basically, all of America doesn't exist. I think, is this referring to because that that was the reason why the Western Europeans had to go out and explore other methods. Like they were trying to get to India, but they ended up discovering America and then changing everything. It is kind of interesting to think how long it would have taken if they didn't do this. If someone just told the Ottomans, "Daddy, chill," we might not have discovered America till like 2002. Stalin completing the 5-year plan ahead of schedule. Hitler completing the 1,000-year Reich in 12 years. Someone should go down and ask him personally in Argentina how he did it. Before it was called syphilis, the Italians called it the French disease. The French called it the Italian disease. The Portuguese called it the Spanish disease. Russians the Polish the Germans. I don't even know why. The Native Americans call it just the white man disease? Because I think that's the correct answer. Steve Huffman, founder of Reddit, learning programming at the age of 8 in 1991. I am going to create an environment that is so toxic. It is not even that bad anymore. I mean, you think it's bad now? You guys should have been here like 8, 9 years ago. But honestly though, it was actually kind of a way better place. Do you occasionally have racist thoughts? Yes. No. Wait a second. Oh, this was Germans after the 1940s. NASA be like, looks good to me. Political debates in the USA. My opponent is bad for this country. No, you're the worst. Political debate in Rome. Hey, how does it feel to get pegged by your wife? In the good old days, your mother would have thrown you off a cliff at birth. Now this is how you really debate. We need more politicians to get inspiration from this stuff. You're soldiers of Poland, the nation we now control. Yup. And your government has surrendered to us. That's right. And you have far less troops and resources than us. True. So you surrender. Oh, I guess. No, Patrick is not gonna surrender. No, this is Patrick. You could probably do a similar meme format for the French. They had a big resistance movement as well. The US, I made a new ally. The UK, an ally or a minor nation you beat into submission. A minor nation I beat into submission. Nice. Father like son. Find an old and structurally unsound church. Suggested as a location for a meeting to your boss, the emperor, and all your rivals will be there. Cover the floorboard with termites. I guess this was some sort of disaster that happened in 1184. A bunch of nobles got oofed in the HRE when their combined weight caused the floor to collapse. They drowned in liquid excrement. France, all of Europe. Took me a second to get this one. So used to the French jokes, but here we go. This guy kind of looks like Napoleon too. Oh, here's an update to one we saw last week. English kings naming their successor, Henry or Edward. Sweats. French kings, one button, just Louis. Swedish kings, Karl. It's all Karl. Dutch kings, Willem. We could actually probably go on and on. There's so many different examples of this. The actual world. The world in history class. Wait a second. I remember in 6th grade, we took like 2 weeks to study about all Asian civilizations, and that was about it. But I got all the knowledge I needed in those 2 weeks. When you discover a chemical that can color clothing, guess I'll die? Yeah, I guess I will. How long will we be fighting for? Governments in 1914. Could be 3 or 4. 3 or 4 what? Days? Weeks? Months? Maybe 5. Eventually they updated this till Christmas, but yeah, never believe their lies. France giving the United States a statue as a gift. Or get, I don't know. Poland giving the United States a birthday card on its 150th birthday. Poland better be sending us cards every year. I mean, because just why not? Seems like a nice diplomatic gesture. You're laughing. The Visigoths have just sacked Rome, and you're laughing. Did they get what they deserve, though? That's the question. No, you're really just making me fight so you can make money from the military-industrial complex? Not at all. You're fighting for freedom and liberty. Trust me. You will fight and die so I can own another castle. Yes, king. Yes, king. Yes, king. Maybe it was the honesty. People like to just hear the truth back then. Red plus yellow equals orange. Yeah, that makes sense. Blue plus red equals purple. Yeah, I can see that. NASA knew there was a problem with the Challenger space shuttle before launch. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think I did read about that. That's, not a good look. Bounty. Eliminate J.O. Lee Oswald. That's... Come on. The guy who said the joke versus the guy who said the joke, but louder. And then eventually that same guy would have a radical change of appearance because he's probably having parental problems at home. I don't know. Being one of the most powerful states in the world, being on the brink of collapse, the Byzantine Empire. Was it that quickly back and forth, or like it started off kind of here and then it just slowly, you know, devolved. Poland only has 4 moods: acting like a gangsta, partying with the boys. Lithuania and Hungary were their favorite boys. Simping for the USA, we just saw that. And Spain with a silent S. There's probably nothing that defines Spain with a silent S more than this. Little history on Nigeria when it was fighting itself. We have Nigeria and the US is here to help. Wait, a team on the other side pulling The rope, what's going on, huh? Wait, now it's Nigeria, the USA, the USSR, and the UK. I knew they were on the same side a couple times. And this team is fighting against Germany, China, France. What? Actually, I'm confused too. What's even going on? Who the hell are you people? Why is the Pope here? And Arabia? And now Israel. Is Israel on both sides? Are you on both teams right now? I'm on my team. These fools are out here just trying to gang XP, huh? Oh, that's why I was confused by this flag. I didn't know that was a thing. Mom, there's a monster under me bed. The Soviet Union. I don't know why I'm giving a British accent to him, but it's the most hideous thing I've ever seen. China says, why do you hate me, brother? Isn't that feeling kind of from both of them, though? They both kind of just disliked each other. I wonder if the Soviets started it, though. Soldiers in 1914, to show you the power of a shovel, I dug this country in half. And I also got trench foot. Axis powers be like, we are intellectually superior in every way. We are intellectually superior. No, we are. Hey, they put their differences aside, though, but they just all kept this inside their own head. The US bison population dropping to 325 in 1884. That same population being brought back to 500,000 by the 1990s. About 100 years later, they must have been making them get freaky. Cambridge University bans pet dogs. Lord Byron brings a tamed bear. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay. Yeah, you better be nice to anyone that brings a tamed bear. Love that word tamed. Like, how tamed could a bear really be? France hating the British with the power of 1,000 suns. That domino effect led to morbidly obese people riding carts in... Alright, you guys have gone too far. Agamemnon, can you make a small wooden tower? Odysseus, no, way too complicated. How about some ladders? Sorry, sir, we just don't have the carpentry skills. But I do have this other idea. Incredible design. Maybe he was just lying the whole time because he just wanted to build a horse. He didn't care about the ladders or anything like that. I want a horse. Soviets in the past destroying invaders. First man in space, global superpower, the Soviets today. Why am I thinking now of the Joker saying, want to see a magic trick, and they just vanished? Here's another one. Spices should be overpriced. Change my mind. The Ottoman Empire getting taken out by Portugal, going around Africa. I mean, going around Africa wasn't the easiest thing to do, though. Probably pretty annoying journey. But yeah, you know, whatever. USA declares independence from a colonial power. Also, USA invades other nations and sets up colonies. You and I aren't so different. No wonder we became friends after all. The Spanish talking to the Brits. Hey, we hate the French. The Spanish talking to the French. Hey, we hate the Brits. Diplomacy 101. Take notes, everybody. Alexander Hamilton's actual view on immigration versus how the musical portrays his views. I don't even know why I did this one. I've never seen the musical Hamilton. I probably should. Maginot Line troops. What is your emergency? What do you mean they just went around? That's illegal. People can't do that. Where were you when Club Penguin got surrendered? England. How are things going? America. I just won a war against Spain and I'm taking all their territories. England. Proud of you, boy. And it was against Spain, too, you know. England and Spain still had kind of some beef at that time, right? Me, man, I miss Sumer. What they think I mean versus what I actually mean. I'm gonna go on a Sumer vacation soon. I don't think I'll ever come back. When $1 million package comes to your door while you're fighting some communists, a blessing from the CIA. Oh, I'm assuming there were a lot of people that actually said this. A lot of people got that blessing. Every musician, you call using cannons as instrument music? Hey, as long as it works. This man actually used cannons for his classical composure music. Composure? I don't think. Yeah. Thanks to the February patrons. France doesn't exist. Roomel 57. I'm Bout a Nut. The Glen Council. Thick Boy 3000. Stormtrooper 501. RalseiTree. AryanAfterHours. Pobsnitz. Pelovski. Patrick C. Manny 74. Mac. LuxembourgLover. FusionWolf. Full Send Nick. EpiNick. Elijah Senpai. Dalton D. Anikiti. And BallinLikeStalin.